November, and I'm so excited.
Oh boy.
All right.
Aye.
Hello, and welcome to our little D&D game. I'm Jim Ward. We have the gang here together at the table. And this is my right hand. I got it right this time. This is Mr. Kelly. And to the right of his right is Mr. Darrett, who's now 4 years old. He's celebrating his 4th birthday today. Wish him a happy birthday.
I am full.
He's 47. To my left, see, I got it right. It's Ty. To the left of his left is Lynette. And to the left of her left is Brendan. And we are here playing our little D&D game. And last time on our little D&D game, things got a little bit weird. Just saying.
When don't they?
Last time on our little D&D game, our intrepid group of adventurers made it back to Goodmead with their mead. Were promptly set upon by the one of the folks that was sort of running for town speaker or being asked to, and she asked her at first if she would, run as town speaker, and Aster turned her down, and then she turned, and the first person she noticed was Regmek, who, if you guys know, is a Goliath, and a Nakanathi Goliath, so he's got attitude, and he said yes. Along with Ivan, they smashed on people's doors while Subaru went into the forest hunting, and Aster tried to figure out what the heck was wrong with herself. The long and the short of it is, these guys found that lots of people in the town were all for Regmek and looking forward to actually running around town and campaigning with him and for him. Upon tracking her prey, Subaru felled a large elk,
Something like that.
a buck elk, and field dressed it. And while she was field dressing it, was almost eaten by a crate cat. She sliced it up pretty good, real good, and
Thank you.
she
You're done with it?
Yep.
she cut him up. He ran away. She cut up her elk and left it in the forest. Who knew? She wasn't strong enough to haul it up into the tree or drag it back to town with her. This is why we never go hunting alone. And with all of that said, the gang got back to town at about the same time, and they met at the Mead Hall, where they found out that the Mead Hall had just been attacked by some thugs, and their good friend, Mr. Froth,
Sheldor Frost, Larfer,
whatever his name is, Shandar Fourth or whatever, him and his buddies chased these thugs out of the Mead Hall, and basically saved the day. And there was some words spoken back and forth, some hard feelings. And Subaru said, "Hey, why don't we go into the forest and find my elk? Go hunting." So when they got outside, Ivan said, "Let's track these guys." Long and the short of it is, they tracked some travelers out of Goodmead and proceeded to murder a few of them, for lack of a better word. And then they got a couple to question, and the first one they questioned wouldn't give him any answers, and Ivan didn't like that. so he split him in twain.
If he dies, he dies.
And the second one gave them a name. I can't remember. The last name is Maxel Danar.
Nerith, Speaker of Targos.
He's the Speaker of Targos.
They were hired to attack Goodmead. They were having trouble rigging an election.
They were having trouble with an election. So that's where we are. And these guys are now going to role play the walk back to Goodmead. They're about a half an hour out of town. They're going to walk back to Goodmead. They're going to talk while I go get my module from the other room. And are you guys keeping the guy alive?
Oh, yeah.
What were you doing when you went upstairs to grab the module?
Oh, I was getting your birthday cake.
Oh.
A great distraction.
Pack your bags. You're going on a guilt trip.
Hey, I
Ticket
didn't...
for one.
I can't connect any dots. Are you kidding me?
I had good neighbors. They all went to temple on Saturday. Anyway, let the role play begin.
Ragmek, we'll have fun with these ones. This one here, we have to make sure he doesn't get hurt. Don't you worry, little one. We won't let them hurt you. I'm going to make sure you kill someone else's career.
Nice.
What do you think, Ragmek?
I think this is a glorious day for Goodmead.
This message is approved by Ragmek.
Ragmaga.
Well, that's essentially what we're saying is make Ragmek great again, or make Goodmead great again. So it's MAGA.
Well,
Or sorry, it's
Magma.
Magma.
It's
Liquid magma.
Magma. Make Goodmead great again.
Yeah, Magma.
MGMA.
MGMA.
Liquid magma.
You guys can't take me back. You can't take me back there.
Don't worry, little one. You won't get hurt. I promise.
If Nerith finds out I'm a dead man.
Nerith won't find out. I think this other Storm Crusher or Nut Crusher or Crush Nuts, whatever his name is,
Crushed
don't
nuts.
worry. I think he won't survive long enough. Once we show the proper political way to rout an opponent. I think we'll rout him right out of town into pieces. I mean, right out of town.
I'm telling you now. He'll send more. You may have stopped us, but Nerith is... He won't be stopped. His plans won't be stopped.
Nerith needs a visit.
Ah, yes. What if we kill Nerith for you?
Nobody kills Nerith.
well, it sounds like a challenge I'm willing to take.
Did you see what I did to your friend there in one axe swing?
What makes
It was
Nerith...
quite pathetic that he couldn't hold up to it. I would say it was vivisection, but there's no way he survived
What
long
makes
enough after
Nerith
axe through skull.
so special?
He's part of the Black Network.
Oh, what is Black Network? This is interesting information. We may have to route Black Network. Sorry, got a more pen.
Did he get a little burnt? Or are they just friends from faraway places?
They're nobody's friends. The Black-White Network's everywhere. You've heard of the Harpers.
No.
The who?
Where are you guys from?
The mountain.
Not here.
I am from the graves of
Around.
my opponents where I dance upon them. That is all.
Fill us in, please.
You've never heard of the Zentarum?
Zentarum. What is that? Some sort of crazy upside down place where desert is out there?
What?
The
That's a
Zents
funny
don't
word,
care who you
Zentara.
are. They'll use you. And they'll throw you away once they're done. You can't stop them. They're everywhere.
That sounds like a challenge to me.
It's too late. You've already opened that Pandora's box of fun.
Well,
Good.
that
Have you
means
guys tied this guy? I'm going to assume not.
Yes.
I'm going to assume not because
Okay.
you didn't say anything.
Okay.
I thought we
No,
did
we
tie
did.
You
him
just,
up.
Yeah,
I'm
we
kind
did.
of
In the
walking
room.
him. You're just kind of walking him at sword point.
I thought
Well,
we
no,
tied him
I
up.
was riding on my thing, so he was
Yeah.
going to be riding on it with me.
Okay.
I thought we did tie
And
him
you guys did tie him up waiting for me to finish interrogating the
up.
other
Thought
guy
so.
with
Okay.
an axe chop.
Yeah, because we tied him up.
Okay. I don't seem to remember. I only listened to our last episode 3 times.
Well, you know what? Maybe
I remember
wasn't
tying somebody up.
Okay, well, we'll tie him up. We'll definitely tie him up.
It's all good. It's all good. We'll say he's tied up. So,
So now we have to kill Zentarum and Black Network. It's okay.
And
this
the
sounds,
Harpers.
And Harpers, yes. This sounds 3 important things for you to do when you're in charge of Goodmead. Raise an army, raise the world, then burn Zentarum, Harpers,
Black Network.
and Black Network. That's the
the
3.
Zentarum are the Black Network.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so
one
that
down already. Look how
Excellent.
efficient I am.
we've already eliminated one of the 3. Great.
He's just like, you guys are. He's like, you guys are born deficient.
Welcome to my world.
Don't worry. They will die. I will crush their skulls.
He does. He looks at you. Your friends were born deficient, weren't they?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
You weren't there for my birth.
I'm constantly on babysitter mode.
Babysitting. I don't
You're not
see
my
no
real
babies.
mom.
Why don't you just let me go?
You're our evidence. Duh.
Of what?
If
We were just told to attack the mead hall and anybody in it.
Yeah.
Who's considered
And you
that?
were told
But
to
if
do
you
that
get
by.
away, then you will rat us out to Black
a
Network.
warhammer or a light hammer?
I don't know, but if
What
you
do
get
you
40,000
I
of them,
consider
you
that
got
a light hammer.
Yeah, not a warhammer. Like a warhammer would be a big ass sucker, right?
Tend to be. Well, Maul's the big one.
Yeah.
Warhammer's bigger and more aggressive.
But
Usually.
that's a light hammer, right? Or is that a warhammer?
That might be
Is
a
Warhammer.
Warhammer, to be honest.
Think of Assassin's Creed, the
Yeah.
weapons in there.
That's a warhammer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just had to make sure. I was definitely like, in my head, I just saw light hammer or warhammer, and I was like, what?
If we let you go, now that we found out about Black Network from you, isn't it going to be you dying from them?
Not if I can get away from here.
I thought they were like all reaching.
Yeah, aren't they everywhere? How do you get away from something that is everywhere?
So you're not getting away from
I don't
anyone,
work
so you
for
may as
them.
well help us.
They only hired us.
So you work for them.
Okay.
No, I don't actually. I'm not.
They hired us, but we
Member.
don't work for them. Make up. You're like
I'm not.
You're just
Listen,
great in a story, and we're just poking
I'm
holes in it all
not
over
a
the place
card
here.
carrying member. I don't have a pin under my lapel like a Harper does.
And here we go
I'm
again
just a
about these
guy.
Harpers.
Who are the Harpers?
You guys really are backwards.
Yes, I am backwards.
Just
Okay,
adds-
the Harpers are a group of do-gooders who want to stop the Zentarum
Oh,
and any other evil in the world.
so then we don't.
They're
want
just
to
a
kill
bunch
Harpers.
they're just a bunch of really big nose people who stick those big noses into places where nobody wants them.
Sounds like we want to be friends with them.
Maybe yes. Sounds,
Maybe we'll
Trust
take
me.
them to the Zentarums.
You know what? You don't want anything to do
No, we'll
with the
take 'em.
Harpers.
We should
or
take them to the
Zentarum.
Harpers
maybe.
when we're
Yes.
done with them.
But what information can you give us that would be worth us letting you go right now?
I've just given it to you.
No other information. Nothing else.
I was hired to do a job.
We
That's
need
it.
proof to take back to our town that you were
Yes.
hired to attack.
And unfortunately, that's you.
So let's go.
This conversation happens over the course of an hour.
Yeah.
You guys get back to Goodmead. It's dark. It's cold as fudge. You guys are freezing. It's 45 below zero. There's a storm coming in. The wind's starting to blow. And your beasts of burden are in a foul mood
I'll take care
because
of
they are
the.
foul.
I'll take care of the aspect, so they take the care of the guy.
Yes, let's go in now. Let's go and do some polling. Let me see. And as I do that, I've got the tied up guy's arms in one hand, and then I've got my pole arm in the other. Let's do some political polling.
So we're
So
stick him on top of
what
the
are you
pole
two
and hold him up, or
What are you
he's-
two doing?
I make sure he stay alive.
What are you two doing?
I think we're going to Goodmead.
Yeah.
You are.
We
good.
are.
We're going to the tavern. The
yeah,
hall.
to the meat hall.
All right. You walk into the mead hall, and there is still a very large group of people here. A couple hours later, raucously, like there's lots of noise and people talking, and there's some music playing in the background. Somebody's playing something. It's not very good, but somebody's trying to play something in the background. As you walk in,
I miss my thaumaturgy. My clerics never need it. My paladins always do. My clerics get thaumaturgy. My paladins don't.
Don't worry, I can make enough noise.
as you guys walk in, Oliviessa spots you, and Oliviessa sees you guys come in, and you're towing this guy. You got him in tow, and she,
Oh, he's in front of me.
yeah, I know. She approaches Regneck, and people are all still doing their thing, and she's like, Regneck,
Yes.
what is this?
This is one of the men who attacked the tavern, who is hired to make Frothy look good.
Is that so?
It's easy to fight off bandits who are paid to take the fall.
Well, who paid?
Oh, must say, it is Nerith, the Speaker of Targos, the raging douchebag that he is. He said they are to hire to attack Goodmead because they're having trouble rigging an election.
At that, you're yelling by this time.
Oh, yeah.
The whole place just goes silent.
Hey, crushed nuts, retard, moron guy. And I lift this. Do you recognize this one? He was one of the ones paid to attack by Nerith, your good buddy.
Shandar and about 7 or 8 of his buddies, forest loggers, they're like, they look at each other. They're like, well, at least you could do something, right? Yeah, that looks like one of the guys that came here and attacked us. But as for your other charges, you best learn to shut your pie hole. Because you don't know what you're talking about. I
What?
don't know this guy from Adam. I've never seen him before. And I don't know who this Nerith, whoever it is you're talking about.
Oh, you don't know the speakers of the other towns in the 10 towns? Sounds like you'd make a terrible leader.
Well, you get to know him after you become the speaker.
Oh, you wait till
Like-
after.
Where did you get your brain from?
That's what someone who is a part of the Black Network would say. And I'll look right at him.
I wouldn't know. He's like, I wouldn't know what you're talking about.
Oh, look at this. Look, everybody in town. This is how good of a liar this man is. He can literally look me in the eye and say, I don't know who Black Network is, even though they're the ones hired to rig the election.
This is from the same guy who said he wanted to start a smear campaign here in town.
It's not hard for me to create smear campaign when you're the one splashing shit on the walls.
I don't know who's
Sorry.
doing that. But it sounds like you're the one trying to do it. And this is voice from out in the crowd.
Okay. How would we have gotten these names if not from the man hired by this man to do this?
How do you know he's telling the truth?
Well, it seems kind of odd that he would make up this lie as we chased him down like rats in the middle. And look at this, and I'll pull out my axe, and you'll see a big blood smeared from where I chopped a guy in half. This was his last friend who didn't want to tell us what they knew.
I really don't know what these people are talking about.
Oh, that's what the guy in my hand says?
Yeah.
Oh, really? So you spilled the beans before, but now you're too cowardly to say it in front of everyone.
I don't know who you guys are, and I don't. We were just travelers on the road, and these people attacked us.
Oh, travelers on road, but they already said you robbed the place. So look at that. They've already turned their back on you.
I've never seen these people before in my life.
But
They
yet
say
they say they
otherwise.
saw you.
I don't care. I don't know these people. I've never seen them.
That's okay. They're part of Black Network. They can have you then. And with that, I'll get ready to throw them. You want to go to the ones that are going to kill you even more terrifyingly than I am? Okay.
Fair enough.
Shall we?
Are you bowling?
Oh, is there anyone here who has the ability to force the truth out of others? I've heard rumor that this is a thing.
I've seen it happen in. Yeah.
We don't need to force the truth out of them. We chase those guys away. If this is one of the guys, well, it's one of the guys. He looks familiar, but this is some other guy saying this. He looks familiar, but he might not be one of them.
Oh, so obviously you witnessed him here before attacking, so you can make up the story. But then when we capture him and bring him back after he has spilled beans, you are not willing to acquiesce to this. So you're willing to stand behind their lie and not behind the truth?
Truth is, sounds like you guys attacked a bunch of travelers on the road. That's what it sounds like to us. What do you guys think?
Sounds like we need strong leadership in here.
And the crowd goes, "Hey, what's going on here? Why are you guys attacking people on the road?" Like the general din of the crowd. Couple of questions. Yeah, why are you guys attacking people on the road, man? Like, what's that all about?
They weren't on the road. They were running through snowbanks to get away from this town.
We were running down the road to get away from you guys. You murdered my friends.
Ah, but that's funny. See, we didn't actually kill anyone until you guys took off the road. You didn't even know we were following you. You had taken off of the road before we had even gotten there.
We were running from you guys. We saw you.
Oh, sure you did.
How could you not see them? They're riding the smelliest, ugliest beasts on the planet.
We're not riding
I
your
wasn't
mom.
riding you.
Well, maybe you were riding each other. I don't know. Anyway, these guys chased me and my companions down. We were coming from East Haven going to Bryn Shander, and we were just going there to set up some trade, and they chased us down and they killed two of my friends.
Interesting. You didn't have any items with which to trade.
We were going there to set up some trade.
Oh, really?
You still need items.
To trade, to
To
set
trade.
up for trade.
We were going to make deals with people. We were going to talk about trade.
Oh, you were going to make deals with people about attacking small towns who are in the middle of political upheaval so you could trade their blood for your money. Oh,
Shander
that's
speaks up
why.
and he says, listen. Looks like you guys are grasping at straws. So, listen. There's going to be a vote in a few days. So, I don't know what you're trying to pull here. But we chased the bandits away, or the thugs, or whoever attacked us.
You mean him?
I don't know who he is.
It's funny how when we first come in, he was one of them, and then as soon as it turns out
Oh,
what
I
they
don't
were actually
know who
doing,
he is.
Well,
very strange to just change your story.
I love the flip story, eh?
anyway, it's like this.
It's like this. You're full of Sorry.
You know, you're like
full
one
of
of those.
Sorry, poop.
You're like one of those exotic sandals I've heard of from down south. Those flippy floppies.
Well, I don't know really what you're talking about, but the thing is, we chased them away. I don't know who you have here, why you're, you beat this guy up or whatever.
Oh, but
So-
let me not break secret. You don't know who he is, but you said before he was one of the guys you chased away.
Well,
so,
I might have been mistaken.
oh, look at that. He might have been mistaken. How
Oh, if
many
it
times
harms
might
you-
have you been mistaken?
Not very many.
Oh, I call that lie. Where I come from, you are called liar and flip-flopper. You are not worthy of the title.
Listen, you're an orc. Why don't you take your orc blood back where you came from?
Oh, look.
Nobody wants your kind here.
Oh, he's a racist. If
True.
you're a dwarf,
True enough.
if you're a dwarf, he doesn't want
Go
you here.
back.
If you're
to
elf,
your,
he doesn't
go back
want
to
you
your
here.
people, orc. You can hear people saying this is getting good. Like it's getting.
We are here to
Nobody wants your kind here.
make good meat great again. And you know what?
Yeah,
if
you've
you
done
want to
nothing
make,
but bring. You've done nothing but bring harm to us.
wait,
That's
here.
probably why we got attacked. You guys probably went to Targos and hired this guy to.
We
come in.
agree. It was us that made you get attacked. But because Nerith didn't like us possibly getting someone into leadership, he sent to help
I don't,
this
we don't know
slimy,
who you're,
this slimy
listen,
man right here.
We don't have any, we don't have a lot of dealings with Targos. Okay? I don't know Nerith, and this is Shanner. I don't know Nerith personally. Okay?
Sorry, that's just
So-
my throat. It gets a little choked up sometimes.
It's like, whatever, buddy. Come on, man. Stop being a child.
Stop being
We're
a liar
adults
and
here.
thief.
We're
Stop,
not.
Stop being a liar and
We-
thief,
we-
and we will.
We help these people. We created a logging industry and employed a bunch of people, and now we're helping people out here. We stopped an attack by a bunch of thugs, which you guys probably hired. So
no, it's
the thing
because
is, you guys
hired
are
them for you.
yeah. Why did you hire them? Why did you hire thugs to attack us?
we didn't hire
It's
any
obvious.
thugs.
It's pretty obvious. At this point, Oliviesa comes up and she tugs on your
Heartstrings.
she says, "You're not going to win this one. You need to withdraw. You need to withdraw from this."
Where's a cleric when you need one?
She just whispered to him, "You don't hear this."
Fair enough.
So these guys, you're still arguing. What are you saying?
Oh, I'm basically just re-going over the same thing. The truth only needs to be spoken. I don't need to keep walking around in circles.
Yeah, truth is, you guys probably
It's
hired
time
these
for
guys
us to
attack
leave.
us.
Agreed.
Yeah, good thing. You should leave. Leave good meat all together.
Don't engage.
We don't need your kind here. Take your cat with you. Get it neutered.
You can keep the cat.
We don't want it.
Yeah.
Think we do?
Can we eat it?
You know what? They're obviously not worth the greatness that is
Subaru.
amongst us.
If they don't want food and security
You're at the stable.
and sustainability,
It's a very small.
that's
It's
on
just like a
Exactly.
single small home with kind of a just. It's not even a stable so much as a lean-to with 3 walls and maybe something like maybe a 4th with an opening, just enough to put some horses in. There's dogs here in dog houses, lots of them. Probably a dozen, maybe more. Oi, who's that? There's an old man who sees you approaching with the axe beaks.
And we had our axe beaks here before, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
You didn't
just-
say it, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's just-
Oi. Oh, it's you.
It's me. Just bringing them back to
Oh,
put them back in the
very
shelter.
well. I'll take good care of them.
Thank you.
It's basically like 3 copper a night to stable your mounts. So, good enough. Be careful out there in the streets. It's cold.
I'll be fine. Now I'll go see how Kitty's still alive here.
You go back to the flaming sword, the temple of the flaming sword, and there's Aster. She's kind of hanging out in her new bedroll.
Oh.
She's got a different bedroll, but the smell, you still notice the smell. There's still a smell coming from somewhere.
What is that stink?
Well, it looks like Aster got sick.
You're not there. It's
Oh.
between these two.
I'm sleeping because that's what I did
Okay. Yeah.
last thing.
So you see Aster asleep.
I'll wake her up.
Okay.
Okay, she wakes me up. I wake up. And I
Oh.
say, "Hey."
Hey, how you feeling?
Still extremely exhausted. I can't wait for the magic guy from East Haven to get here and the cleric from Bryn Chandler to get here. Hopefully we can figure this crap out.
Great. What's that smell, by the way?
I came back and
That's great.
I came back from doing something, I forget what it was, and someone had puked on a bedroll.
Oh.
I'm assuming it was Tiny from the amount he was drinking last night.
So where is it?
Well, he puked on his bedroll, so it's probably where his bedroll was.
Is it like really strong smell?
It's there.
I mean, it's been sitting for a day.
It's been sitting all day.
I might just take it and throw it in the snowbank.
You're gonna drag the bedroll out. Throw it out, by all means.
And then I'll go to the mead hall to find out if there's any word about the cleric or wizard.
Okay. Aster, I'm gonna assume you're staying.
Yeah, because
Okay.
if I do, I can get more exhausted.
You get back to the mead hall, and there is a hullabaloo. And as you approach the door, these two are exiting. As you go to open the door almost hits you in the face, and you meet these two and Oliviesa.
Oh, what did you guys do now?
We confronted them with the truth. They didn't like it. We're going.
Okay. Is there any word about the wizard or the cleric?
No, probably tomorrow.
Okay. Well, we can't leave until they get here.
So
We
we'll
need-
drag this guy with us. I was gonna threaten to give him, but I never did give him. He'll come, and
Wow, we can get him to sleep in my bedroll.
that sounds like a good idea. He might need nice warm place to sleep.
Oh, about that, it's not in the temple anymore. You gotta find a new bedroll.
Well, that's unfortunate.
That's too bad. It's pretty late. You probably won't find a bedroll at this hour.
Well, you can use this bedroll. You're welcome to use it.
Don't worry. At that point,
He's
he'll
got his own, actually.
At that point,
Well,
don't worry.
you know,
He'll
I'm-
cuddle with you and yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna take his bedroll off of him. Well, I found one.
Okay.
It's just, it's not even it's just a little blanket.
It's like a half size.
It's like,
It's enough to make a pillow.
you're a dick, aren't you?
Ah,
Who's the one
To
who
the
lied in the
enemies.
town hall?
I didn't lie about anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't worry. You either lied to us once or you lied to us 3 times. One way or another, you will pay your comeuppance. And with that, do we just off him? He's obviously a lying piece of crap. And I'm literally saying that while everyone's here. He's obviously a lying piece of crap. We could find a way to horribly mangle him. Permanently
Make it nice
mangle
and
him?
slow.
You
Agreed.
guys are.
Olivia goes, if you murder him here in town, that's not me. Who's making that noise?
I don't know.
I'll give you one guess.
I'll get the pencil ready. Or rather, the eraser.
What? What time of day is it right now?
It's 9 and 10 o'clock at night.
Well, I mean, there's an elk out in the bush that we need to drag back here. We could use him to
You
help
left
us.
an elk in the bush?
Well,
You
I
felled an
couldn't-
elk?
Or whatever it was.
And you couldn't bring
I
it back?
couldn't. I was.
You
too
expect to find it?
big. You never know.
We might find predators that we can hunt and get food
We have
back.
an extra body to help us.
I prefer to call this bait.
Well, that works.
Yeah.
Too. There's also a Craig cat
Olivia
out there.
says, listen, you
Perfect,
can't kill
bait.
you can't kill this guy here in town at all, or
I'm not
anywhere
killing
near
him in
town, because we still have a militia and we still have some law and order. Murder's not acceptable.
It's not murder, it's justice.
Absolutely.
Okay, you
You
guys,
have
he
to
can
have a
come
trial.
help us. We need his help.
We do have a place where you can store him. We do have a jail cell.
He can work off in penance some of the efforts here. He come with us to hunt down what might be eating the Craig cat.
What might be eating Craig cat?
Oh, I mean,
There's an injured
elk.
Craig cat out there.
yes, we're going to hunt
I'm
Craig
not.
cat.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've lived here a long time. Your elk's gone, sweetheart.
But we might find the Craig cat.
Yeah, probably not.
We've
Watch
already
me.
killed
Maybe,
one
maybe
of those.
for and you guys have been going all day.
There's
Like,
no
you've been-
glory in killing a Craig cat a second time.
Yeah, you probably won't find
Unless
them.
it's a zombie Craig cat.
Like anything that eats out there that is a predator and needs to eat, we'll take and eat. Your
Just
Craig
ask
cat
Jeffrey Dahmer.
probably came back and got some of the elk, and the wolves probably got the Craig cat and the elk. I'm not saying don't go. Listen, I'm not saying don't go.
Not saying don't.
It's the middle of the night, and I really don't want to see you guys get hurt. And you've been traveling and doing stuff all day.
Where's this jail cell?
Follow me. She takes you down another street and turns and goes in this direction and that direction and brings you up to this small squat building that's got it's like a small town hall, if you would. This is the town office.
Oh, I would.
We have cells here. I'll put a fire in the oven. It'll warm the place up. Your prisoner won't die.
Well, how can we be sure he won't get away? Can we lock it from outside?
Oh, this building, right now I'm the only key holder. Me and Henry are the only key holders. We were elected by the town to hold the keys for the jail for now. Remember Henry? I told you about Henry before.
Alright, let's go deposit him there, lock him in from outside. That way he can't get out.
You do understand law and order, right, Rigmick? She asks you directly. You do understand law and order.
Yeah.
Like, I understand a little bit about the clans.
Susie said
And how
Law
the
Order,
clans
got the
work.
doo-doo,
The different
TV
clans.
I know,
show.
it's the same
I've been
word.
here. I've been here in 10 towns for a long time, and the clans have a certain law and order that they follow.
Yeah.
We, as a town, are like a clan, and we have a certain law and order we follow here. We can't just run around. And I'm assuming you guys have locked him up, and you're now walking back.
Yeah.
And she's explaining this. We have a certain law and order here. You can't just off people without trying them and having evidence. Actual evidence.
I don't know.
Physical evidence. So, we'll keep him here. Nobody will bother him. Nobody will touch him.
That cleric better arrive tomorrow.
So,
I have actual evidence. It's not my fault the evidence wouldn't talk.
well, you
Still
can't.
think we should have gone hunting.
This was better. Either way,
Whether
we find
Shander-
out more
listen.
truth about the community.
some of the people, like I told you before, some of the people here are very weary of Shander, and they know he's maybe not as trustworthy and upright as he makes himself out to be. You have those people's support, and it's a good number of people from what I heard today. But there's a good number of people that do support him. So it's going to be a close race. So we'll see. We still have to have we still have to do the pyres for your friend and for speaker.
What friend are you guys burning?
Yeah. Because you'll burn.
And for the former speaker. So
Yeah, you're
why don't
laying
you
in the
guys
temple
get some
with us.
rest? I'll get your prisoner a meal, and I will make sure your prisoner stays in his cell.
And you feed the dishonorable here?
Holy shit.
Anyway,
He's
I
trying
don't
to
want to be
escape.
here. That's when it goes.
I will make sure he doesn't escape.
Wow.
I'll set a guard.
You mean whatever he ate, whoever he ate, fucking something wants out of there badly.
So I will make sure that I also have to get Kendrick's pyre ready and your friend's pyre ready. And actually their pyres are actually being readied outside of the Shrine of the Flaming Sword, right down at where the frozen water begins. And
Yeah, it's called ice, right?
yeah, right at where the ice and the shore kind of come together. Do you want your friend to be on the ice?
Yes.
Or okay,
I mean, that seems like a
They're
weird
gonna
thing
put
to draw on a page, doesn't it?
put the pyre.
What is that?
They're gonna build the pyres
Just
out
some
on the
random
ice.
Spermatozoa. You know.
They're gonna put the pyres out on the ice, and when
Thanks, wizards.
when the ice melts, your friends will probably fall through. And
Wizards witness me.
is that an okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
He'll
Very
get to
good
chill
indeed.
for the rest of his existence.
So why don't you guys go back to the shrine, and I'm gonna go set a guard on the thing, and you guys go and do your thing.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
So does anyone want to stake out Shandar?
I've
Alright,
got to
what-
keep my hands clean. And I don't sneak so good.
I want to just share one thing with you. Remember the rule of law.
No law.
The rule of law.
The strong are the ones who make the rules?
No.
Oh.
We have rules. They are laws, and when you follow them, the truth always comes out at the end.
Fair
It might be a long road to haul, but the truth always does come out in the end.
But what if I like shortcuts? Like just shortcuts across Shandar's mouth.
Taking Shandar out,
Better than short shots across Shandar's mouth.
I will tell you this right now. If anything happens to him now, all the fingers will be pointed at you.
Agreed. Don't worry. The problem is if you pull one weed, 10 more come to replace it.
Yes. And if anything your prisoner has said is true, and Mr. Maxel Danar has anything to do with this, like you said, then there will be trouble. Not just for him or Shander, but for all good meat. Because I will tell you this now, and she looks right at you.
I'm playing my character's intelligence, I'm sorry.
Roll your d20.
14 nap.
Okay. She looks right at you and says, if Nerith is part of the Black Network, the Zentarum, good meat could be in a whole lot of trouble.
Then most likely it is.
If it's true, we could be in a lot of trouble.
We had never heard of these things before this man spoke them.
I get what you're saying, but
Can you fill us in a little more on them?
Moron.
they are a network of operatives that simply go about doing business, and that's all they see it as. Whether it's trafficking in flesh or moving goods, anything is marketable to them. They work closely with I've heard rumors that they work very closely with the Zulkirs in Thay, moving all kinds of folk to Thay.
What does
I
a
don't-
Thay?
Thay is a country in this vast continent of ours.
I don't mean to harp on this, but I'm just asking if there is any other aid or allies that we might come across.
If you find a harper, don't hurt them. They hate the Zents.
Ah,
Is there any way to tell? Is
No.
there marks? No.
They will, if the harpers want you to know who they are, you'll know who they are.
And with the Zental.
They have and if you ever want to tell what a harper, and they show you their pin, it's a crescent moon. With a
Any-
harp,
Any telltale signs of the Zental?
you'll never know they're coming. You'll be dead. And they just keep coming. They are like
cockroaches?
exactly. You turn on the light and they scatter.
It's like,
So much icing, so rich.
Just set it over here, bud. Get it out of your way.
Well, I think we have to get into extermination business.
Yeah, just push it over there. Well, we don't want to open that bag of worms if we can avoid it. Our biggest problem now is this, and this has been 2 years. It's been 2 years we haven't seen the sun. Every man, woman, and child in 10 towns. In Bryn Shander, they sacrifice a human life or a life, human elf or whoever. They sacrifice someone to this Oril.
What do you think I came down off my mountain? We don't have any sun up there either.
Well, at the end of the day, Mr. Speaker, we have to find out what's going on. So sometimes we have to play it a little closer to the chest. We don't have to show all of our cards at once.
I don't have a deck of cards.
I was going to say, I have one,
You're cute, but you're dumb.
I agree.
but he has good heart.
She pats you both on the arms like this, and she looks at you,
11
and she
or
looks at
12.
you, Subaru, and goes, "Gentlemen, lady, good evening." And she says, "I need to get some rest."
kind of just got sloughed off there. Where's everybody getting the buble from?
Right there.
Oh,
Bam.
there we go.
Hugo.
Anyway, what do you guys want to do? Head to
Let's
bed.
head back to the. Yeah.
I think it's bedtime.
Okay, we will advance next day. You guys have had a good night's sleep. You're rested. Any hit points you've lost, you can regain them. Except for you.
Well,
You need to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I've been sleeping all day and I'm already at full health because they healed me back at the
I
cave.
know, but you just need to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
failed. Constitution advantage. No, I don't have advantage. I have 5.
Although you haven't taken one more level of exhaustion, you are still at level 2. You're still really tired. You still have disadvantage on ability checks, and your speed is halved.
Yep, same as before.
So, not doing anything seems to have kept you from getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
So I will advance to midday, and the 2 scouts that you have sent out midday. You guys are. Where do you want to be midday?
I'm in the temple sleeping.
I think we
Knocking
should.
on doors.
I think we should all stay in the temple today after what you
Okay.
guys did.
Fine. You're
We
not my
did
real
good
mom.
things for this town. What did
yeah.
Did good things for the town.
we do wrong? No good deed goes unpunished.
You got it.
Some men come in and say, oh, excuse me. We're here to collect the bodies. Yes, we're here to collect the bodies.
Oh.
You mind?
We'll show them where they are.
We can
Or-
see them.
Okay,
They're
yeah,
on them.
go, please. By all means.
And the bodies are bundled up. They're fairly stiff and cold. And careful, lads. And there's 4 or 5 guys, and the funeral's going to be tomorrow. They'll be resting on their pyres tonight, and then, or we might do I don't know. Ask Olivia. I don't know if it's tomorrow or tonight. I really don't know anything. I was just told to collect their bodies. I'm not very bright. I have to go now. And he
just
leaves.
kinda
He leaves with these guys, and they got the bodies, and out the door they go. This is, 10, 11 in the morning. The sun is up.
They're as bright as you two. I mean, yeah.
A little later on, Olivia returns, and she's got the gentleman that went to East Haven, and I've come to give my report.
He's there. Give your report to him.
Okay, you send me to East Haven to find a magic user. Well, I got there too late. They burned him at the stake.
Oh well.
But I was given a message. If you're looking for work, there's work in East Haven. The captain of the guard is looking for somebody to hire somebody for a job. If you're interested,
Dial 555.
you could go there. and you could
555.
seek out the captain.
5555.
Well, folks, what will our heroes find? Tune in next time to find out, right here on our little D&D game.